Hey everyone, Mitchell Gould here, and I was just looking over some video data, so I thought I'd make a quick video about LinkedIn ads video data and some things to consider and test if you're running video ads. So let's jump into it. So I was taking a look at the video data for a client here, and we have different videos running, and essentially we have two categories. We have longer form videos, so they're around 6 minutes in average, and they're the wide aspect ratio. And then we have short videos, row 7 here. These are videos that are around 1 minute in length, and they're in the vertical aspect ratio. So I was comparing the performance and the different lengths, and I also broke out the long form videos into desktop and mobile, because when you run wide aspect ratios, they can show on desktop or mobile. And when you run vertical aspect ratio videos, those are only going to show on mobile. So looking at the data, a few insights here is the cost per video completion is really similar between the long form videos and the wide aspect ratio versus the short form videos that are in the vertical aspect ratio. The video completion rate is slightly higher for the wide aspect longer videos. When we break out the longer form videos into desktop and mobile here, we see that the completion rate looks really good for those long and wide aspect videos when they show on desktop, but when they show on mobile, the performance is pretty poor in terms of video completion. So we only have one video completion there. And we also see for on vertical, we have the highest click-through rate. So when your users are watching those the videos on mobile, they're more likely to click through rate from this data. So one takeaway for this is to look at your performance by device type. So if you're running wide aspect ratio videos and you're having a lot of that traffic is coming from the mobile app, and in general, people on paid social on LinkedIn, they use the mobile app a lot. You might have an audience that does use desktop quite a bit too, but most of the traffic typically is from the mobile app. And if you are running wide aspect videos, you might have a higher cost per video completion and a lower click-through rate potentially. So if you can test that in the vertical aspect ratio, so it can show on mobile more. The vertical aspect ratio is just easier to see on mobile device. So that could be one takeaway, one thing to test on your side. And another takeaway for us is it's good to see that the longer videos here, that they have a similar cost per video completion to the shorter videos. And really our goal with this is more of a demand generation approach to build credibility with the audience that we're targeting. This is a cold audience, but it's a really small audience, and we're trying to provide expert advice. These videos are in like the talking head style. So it's good to see that people are watching a lot of that, a lot of the video for those longer videos, and that's going to help people be more familiar with the brand and building that trust. So overall, that's a good strategy, and really that's just another tip is to think about what your goal is with the video. If you're trying to drive brand awareness, if you're trying to drive conversion, make sure your video format and what you're saying in the video, or if it's a product demo, make sure it all makes sense to the objective that you're trying to achieve. Because if you're running a long video that's really not talking about your product, but you're expecting to try to drive towards conversions, that might not be the best match. And then I'm just going to jump through a couple other considerations to think about. So you can see these in the best practices on LinkedIn ads videos in their help center, but really test different video lengths. So if you're going to try to build retargeting audiences, it can be better to run a shorter video because you can retarget users based off of the percentage they've watched. And if you have a shorter video, you're going to have more people get into the bucket of they've watched 75% of the video just because it's a smaller video. And that can be helpful for retargeting. If you have a really long video and you want to try to retarget users, and you want to retarget users that watch 50% or 75% more, that number is going to be really small because just fewer people are going to watch a longer length of a video. But if you have a short video, you're going to have more people making it to the end, and you're going to be able to retarget more people based off of if they watch 50% or 75%. So think about that, and then also think about testing different content at different lengths. So you can have the same content, but you can try to test it out in different lengths. You can have a shorter version, a medium, and a longer version. Those can all be elements that you can A/B test, and then also test different content, and that's really make sure it aligns with your goal and your strategy. If you're trying to build demand for your product or your service, use thought leader expertise style videos. If you're trying to build that trust with users, try testimonial or case studies. So really look at trying different content. And how I'm also thinking about this is if I have a cold audience, a lot of times you can utilize videos again to build your retargeting audience, because you can retarget users based off of how much of the video they've watched. And if you're trying to build a retargeting list, maybe start off with shorter videos, because you can get more people into the retargeting bucket if they've watched 50% of your video and it's only a 30-second video. At least you can qualify people that watch 15 seconds of it and say, I want to retarget those people because they took some initial engagement to watch a portion of the video, and that can help you start to build out some retargeting audiences. And also, when you're actually go to retarget the audiences and you want to use video, mix in a different lengths. So if you're doing demand generation and you're providing value and expertise in videos, or you can try longer form content, and then you can also try shorter form content around testimonials or different things, but really just try a mix of lengths when you're retargeting. And those are the things I'm thinking about as I put more data together and more insights. I'm going to share them on this channel. So if you found this helpful, please like it and leave a comment if it's helpful. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment as well. So thanks for watching and have a great day.